In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to set up to a basic shot around the green. So first thing I want you to do is get a ball in front of you. I want you to get your feet fairly narrow, about one club head size in between your heels. And you'll see this ball is right in the middle in between my heels. We are going to turn this front foot out. So make sure to always pay attention to your heels, because once you turn this front foot out, it's going to look funny as far as like the ball placement. It'll actually look like the ball is quite a bit further back in your stance. In reality, it's still in the middle of my stance because we always use our heels to make the reference of where the ball position is. So pay attention to your heels, ball right in the middle, open that lead foot. And at that point, I want you to stand up nice and tall. And I want you to just kind of relax everything, open up everything about, especially your shoulders, about 15 degrees. At that point, just let everything relax. Bend from your hips in that direction, in this direction, not in the direction of the ball. This is you setting your body in position of where I want it. And then you're going to relax those arms and address the ball. Make sure that when you do that, when you bend here, this is where your body should be. This is where it's going to stay. Relax those arms and address the ball. If you're very stiff when you do this, it's very normal. I don't want you to do this, but if you're very stiff, when you go back, you're actually going to change your shoulder position. I don't want you to do that. That's why we're going to really relax those arms. So we open that up 15 degrees, we bend in that direction. We really relax those arms and address the ball. And at this point, you should notice that your shoulders will be a lot more level to the ground. And if I was to draw a line from this position, from the ball up through my hands into my zipper and my nose, they're all going to be pretty close to being on line. If you're like many of my students, I see this where if I was to draw this line, especially their upper half spends a lot of time on this side of the line. Anytime you do this, you're going to always be fighting a chunk or being afraid of a chunk and then hitting a thin. There's just a lot of inconsistencies when you're set up this way. If you're going to favor one side or the other, for most golfers, I'd rather see you favor on this side, where maybe this is more in line with your right eye if you're a right-handed golfer, or maybe your zipper is ever so slightly ahead of the line, or your hands could be very slightly ahead of that line. I'd rather you favored that side. Keep in mind, I don't mean take your hands way ahead of the line like this, because then we're eliminating the bounce angle on the bottom of the club. General principle is I almost want it to be just a nice little line right from the ball, your hands, your zipper, and your nose. It'd be a good reference point for you to just make sure that you're in a good position every time. Today's video was the first video of my short game series. Please stay tuned for future videos where I'll be going more in depth into your short game.